Namaskaram girls. Till now in the economics class we have learnt the meaning of economics that derived from the Greek word economikos, economics. And what is the meaning for economics? Economics means nothing but the management of household or household management. And we studied about the nature of the subject. It is neither science and nor an arts, isn't it? So it deals with or it coordinates with all other subjects. It also gets a place in the subjects. And then we studied about the 4 different eras where the 4 different definitions evolved, isn't it? Adam Smith wealth definition evolved in the classical era, belonged to classical era. Alfred Marshall's welfare definition, neoclassical era, and Lionel Robinson's scarcity definition belongs to New Age, and the last one, growth definition of Paul Samuelson, belongs to the modern age. Among the 4, we learnt 2, isn't it? Wealth definition and the welfare definition. While talking about the Adam Smith, I told he is considered to be the father of economics. And in the year 1776, in the book The Wealth of Nation, he talked about what is economics, and he emphasized only on wealth. And it was criticized by the many economists. And the next definition was welfare definition given by Alfred Marshall. He told wealth alone did not determine the economic, but also the human welfare. So one side it talks about the wealth, on the other side it talks about the mankind, human mankind and human welfare. And the third definition is scarcity definition given by Lionel Robbins that we are going to study today. In the year 1932, he has written a book, an essay on the nature and the significance of economic science. In his book, he talks about or he explained what is economics. So, according to Lionel Robbins, economics is the study of human behavior. It talks about the behavior of the human being or the psychology of the human being. So, human beings have unlimited wants, isn't it? Here the word wants refers to the needs or requirement. Needs or requirements of a person. For an example, take ourselves. What is your requirement now? At present, you are all studying in the online classes. Some of you have a smartphone in the least cost. Some of you have costly phones. Those are having in the phones at the least cost with the least features. You wanted to get a good phone, isn't it? That is your requirement. And somebody else, you are always staying at home. You wanted to go out, go for shopping. You wanted to purchase goods. You wanted to purchase dress. So that may be your wants. The same way, all the people in your family, all the members of your family, they have different wants. Just to think that if your requirements or wants are satisfied, what would happen? Will you be happy always? No. For example, you want to get a costly mobile, or else a mobile with all the features. So your father got a mobile phone for you. So you got what you need. Will you be happy with that? Will you be satisfied with that? Automatically, if your one want is satisfied, the next wants or the next need, the next desire will arise, isn't it? So human wants are endless. It goes on. ஆசை வந்து அளவிட முடியாது. It never ends. It has no end at all. ஒரு தேவை பூர்த்தியானவன் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக இன்னொன்று என்ன செஞ்சிடும், அடுத்தது யோசிக்க தோணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், if you have air cooler, you wanted to get AC. If you get AC, you wanted to get a car. After getting a car, you wanted to get a bungalow type house. So your wants are endless. Human wants are endless. But the source which helps you to satisfy your wants are limited. What do you mean by this? What do you mean of source, resource, for example? It talks about the money. Your father is earning money. He is earning minimum 50,000 per month. Isn't it? So you wanted to get a mobile phone. He is getting for you for 30,000. The remaining 20,000 he is spending on family expenses. And if your brother also wants another one, he doesn't have the money with him. So his resource, that the money which is considered to be a source or resource, is limited. But the human wants are unlimited. Will you be able to understand what I am telling? நமக்கு ஆசைகள் எப்படி இருக்குது, அளவிடவே முடியலை, எண்ட்லெஸ்ஸாக இருக்குது. இல்லையே இல்லை, ஆசைக்கு எல்லையே இல்லை. ஆனால் அந்த ஆசையை நிறைவேற்றக்கூடிய சோர்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குது, நம்மக்கிட்ட கம்மியாக தான் இருக்குது. ஸோ த சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் த ரிசோர்ஸ் ஆர் லிமிட்டட். ஐ வில் கிவ் யூ another example. You have 100 rupees with you. You wanted to buy a notebook, a makeup set, a pen. 3 things you wanted to buy. The cost of the notebook is 25. The makeup set cost 75. The pen cost 50 rupees. So the total amount is 150. How much you are having in your hand? You have only 100 rupees. So your wants are unlimited, but the resource which you have is limited. With this limited resources, you are going to satisfy your unlimited wants. Now what you will do? You have to give preference for the things which you need immediately. That is a notebook and a pen. I think so, isn't it? You are attending the classes. So immediately you need, because you are not going anywhere else. You are not in need of makeup set immediately. We are in the lockdown period. That you can postpone. So immediately you can spend the money for your immediate requirement. So with the limited resources, you can choose the requirement or the wants. Do you understand, girls, what I am telling? With the limited resources, you are going to satisfy the unlimited wants. So now you have to prefer, now you have to choose the immediate requirement. So you are going to spend for a pen and a notebook. So according to him, he said economics is a science of choice, because human being wants are unlimited with a limited resources. Scarce. Here the word scarce refers to limited. பற்றாக்குறையாக இருக்கக்கூடிய வளங்களை வச்சு நம்ம நிறைய ஆசைகளை நிறைவேற்றணும்னு நினைக்கிறோம். அப்பாவுக்கு வருமானம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட்டு 50,000மோ 60,000மோ 40,000மோ தான். ஆனால் நம்மளுடைய ஆசைகள் எவ்வளோ இருக்குது? 1 லட்ச ரூபா 2 லட்ச ரூபா வரைக்கும் யோசிக்கிறோம். ஸோ வித் த லிமிட்டட் ரிசோர்ஸஸ் we wanted to satisfy our unlimited wants. At that time, the science of choice is working, which has to be given preference, which is going to be satisfied earlier. So, economics is a science of choice said by Lionel Robbins in his scarcity definition. Do you understand, girls, what I am telling? So, human beings have unlimited or number of wants, but the resources are limited. So, the resources have alternative use also. So, you are going to choose alternative uses na. Adala either you can buy a makeup set or note or pen. Alternative இத்தனை இருக்கு, 3 இருக்கு உனக்கு. But you are going to choose. So, according to Robbins, economics is a study of science of choice. Do you understand, girls, what I am telling? So, he said it talks about the human behavior and also it talks about the scarce resources. And economics is a study of science of choice. His definitions also criticized by many economists. Now let us see his criticism. So, Lionel Robinson's scarcity definitions also criticized by many economists. Why? Because he does not make any distinction between the goods conducive to human welfare and the goods that are not. Scarcity சொன்னாங்க, goods choose பண்ணணும்ங்கறத சொன்னாங்க. But he does not distinguish between the goods which are helpful for the welfare for the human being which are harmful to the human being. அதை பற்றி பேசவே இல்லை. For example, 2 goods are there, rice and liquor, alcoholic drink. Being a housewife, they would like to give much importance to buy rice, isn't it? But if a drunkard person, he give much importance or preference to alcoholic drink. So the preference he talks, but he did not talks about the preference of the welfare goods or harmful goods. Both are goods. Both give satisfaction to different people. But one is good for human being, the another one is not good for the human welfare. So he does not give the clear cut differentiate between the goods which is good for human being, which is harmful for human being. So at last he ends that economics is neutral between ends. So it is based on the people, individual. A drunkard will be satisfied if he drinks alcohol. A housewife, a mother, will be satisfied with her limited resources if she buys rice. So based on the individual, the usage, the satisfaction differs. So he does not talks about this. And the second one, I already told you, here we are talking about an individual person. So he deals with only the micro concept. I already told you what is microeconomics. Microeconomics talks about only individual form, a person. But while you are talking about economics, you should also calculate the macro concept, which is the resources or allocation. The allocation of resources leads to the income of the nation, isn't it? For example, rice வாங்கினாலும் அந்த பணம் ட்ரேடர்கிட்ட போகும். நிறைய ட்ரேட் ஆச்சுன்னா இந்தியாவுடைய நேஷ்னல் இன்கம் கூடும். So through liquor drinking also, the income goes to government. ஸோ இண்டிவிஜுவலாக பேசினார். இண்டிவிஜுவல் மூலமாக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய வருமானம் நாட்டுக்கு போகிறது, அந்த நாட்டு வருமானம் நேஷ்னல் இன்கம்ங்கிறது இட்ஸ் அ மேக்ரோ கான்செப்ட். ஹீ டிட் நாட் டாக்ஸ் அபவுட் த மேக்ரோ கான்செப்ட். இண்டிவிஜுவலாக ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை ஆகுறாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு வேணுங்கிறத வாங்குறாங்கன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அவங்க கொடுக்குற ரூபாய் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து தான் நேஷ்னல் இன்கம். So he does not talk about the macro concept. He deals only with the micro concept. He also talks about the theory of resource allocation. மத்தி பேசினார். அந்த ரிசோர்ஸஸ் மூலமாக கிடைக்கக்கூடிய இன்கம்மை பற்றி அவர் பேசலை. And the third one, he does not cover the theory of economic growth or development. சேல் நடக்கிறது மூலமாக பீப்புளோட சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை ஆகிறது மூலமாக நேஷ்னல் இன்கம் வரும்னு சொன்னேன். நேஷ்னல் இன்கம் மூலமாக எக்கனாமிக் க்ரோத் அண்ட் எக்கனாமிக் டெவலப்மெண்ட் வில் ஹேப்பன். ஸோ ஹீ டிட் நாட் டாக்ஸ் அபவுட் த எக்கனாமிக் க்ரோத் ஆர் டெவலப்மெண்ட். ஸோ thus his definitions is criticized by many economists. Do you understand, girls? So scarcity definition given by Lionel Robbins in the year 1932. He told that economics is a science of choice because people have different unlimited wants, but the resource or the resources are very limited. So with the help of limited resources, they wanted to satisfy their unlimited wants. So at that time only the choice, the preference started working. So his definition also criticized by many economists by 3 categories. Do you understand, girls? The next one is growth definition given by Paul Samuelson.